Right, pipe restoration. This is your cleaned pipe. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. It hasn't got a stem because the stem is cleaning. You can see in there that it's nice and clean. The top's not got any skank on it. So that's a Peterson system pipe. So what do you need for restoration? Well, some isopropyl alcohol or similar cheap alcohol I would recommend. Pipe cleaning is a dirty job, especially if you've got filthy skanky old pipes, which I have. Gloves. So your hand getting shitty and you're going to be using some alcohol and chemicals and shit, so it's not great. So how do you go from this to this? Okay. I have quickly shown you my Alco pot. This is the Alco pot. Just a lock and lock type tub full of isopropyl alcohol. Now these have been in here a while now. And I will give them a good thorough cleaning. So I've got a couple of stems. So as you can see, I'm not using a clean cloth because it's dirty work. Use a clean cloth for the end result. The good thing about the alcohol rub dip is all the shit comes off. You get all the shit out from inside. All the old man spit and crap and bollocks comes off as well. There we go. That looks cleaner than when I put it in. It had old man's spit all over it. This one, as you can see, still has a bit of old man's spit on it. Let's see if we can get that off. I don't think it's going to come off. But it does get all the excess cack off. As you can see, it's gone a funny colour. But that will come back with buffing. That's actually oxidised quite badly. So what I'm going to do is I will put that in a solution, a makeup of OxiClean, which is like a stain remover. I think you can use Vanish. You can find this. I mean, this is pretty badly chewed as well. So I will do some, what do you call it? You know what I mean. Sanding of that. So yeah, this one's pretty bad. I don't know what all this crust is, but I'm actually going to take a... I'll show you what I've got. This is called a magic sponge. It's basically a very fine sandpaper. You wet it, take it to your pipe stem, and it will brush it back, get all the shit off. If you've got bad tooth marks like this one has, you may need to take a harder grain paper to it, and just some wet and dry sandpaper is good. It just gets it off. The other thing you can do is, you've got really deep ones, get some black super glue and just gently put a dab in and then sand that off when you're done. So anyway, oh, she's deep in there. Ooh, misses. So here we go. Here's the pipe, which, as you can see, is very similar to this one, except for the fact that this one's got poo all over it. So what we do is, there you go, that just came off that. Now these are quite bad, but then I like a challenge. There we go. All the shit that was on the top there has now come off, and now you can just see in the tobacco chamber what's left. So that's actually, I'm actually quite pleased with that. If it doesn't all come off, just give it a bit more of a soak. And this one's been in here for about a week maybe. Now, next thing you need to get yourself And I got, this is a pipe net. It's a reaming set. And these ones are good because they come with different size attachments for different bowls. So you attach the reamer to the handle, put it in, and then twist, like so. And as you can see already, because it's nice and soft, where it's been in the alcohol, it comes off. And that is what is in your pipe. Shit. So, because it's wet, you have to, when you do this dry, it takes a long time. And it's a lot of hard work for relatively, I found with the soaking, it makes such a difference. So anyway, I think bits dropped on the floor. So I'll just scrape some more up. You may find you do this a few times before. It is, I mean, this one was truly disgusting. If it's a fairly lightly done pipe, I wouldn't worry too much. Now you can see it's coming on quite well. What I'll do now is I'll change to a bigger reamer. This one doesn't really quite fit. Again, another one that doesn't quite fit. Another one there. This one's slightly snugger. Give it a few more twists. You don't want to take off too much because, as you can see, I've already started to take a bit of, I don't know if you can see that, take a bit of the inside briar off. But it's not too bad. You want to get as much old cake off so you can start to build up a new one. Anyway, there's a little bit of residue in there. But what you can do is just take your pipe and dip it back in your alcohol mixture. It doesn't matter that that alcohol mixture is, well, I haven't found it makes any difference that it's khaki like that. All that is a bit of old gunge and some pipe stain. You can just take a little bit of it and rub it around the edge if you've still got a bit of stuff left. Just rub the inside of your pipe. That sounds rude, doesn't it? Sometimes these rings will come off where the alcohol gets underneath. This one's actually got a nice snug fit. Next thing I'm going to do is just pop a pipe cleaner down. Let me see where I've got to put my pipe cleaners. So just get your pipe cleaner. Because it's a system pipe, there are two little holes. One's the smoke draw hole, and the other one goes down into the collection chamber for moisture, hence why it's called a system pipe, because that is the Peterson system. There we go. Still coming out with poop. So again, I'll just dip it in the alcohol mixture again. And then that just flushes out that little hole and any loose bits and pieces. Now, if you don't like the sight of the alcoholic dip, all I would say is just change it. It'll go brown very quickly once you put one pipe in, but I've found no difference. It's just the colour suspended in it, and if anything, it helps stain your pipe a little bit. So there we go. The toughest bit, I'd say, is just waiting for it to all dry. What you can do now is you can either sand it back Whilst this one looks in quite good condition, I'll probably give it a wax and a buff with my drill set, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Two really nice looking bolts. In fact, this one's not so bad, so there you go. A nice, large, I'm not going to put my mouth on it just yet, Pete system pipe. And this one still needs a bit more work, but yeah, I might sit and do that and actually smoke a pipe. So there you go. Jobs are good. So there you go. So just a reminder, I scoop all my old tobacco and ash and shit into this tin. Obviously it's not great if you want to, I just find it's just easier to just clean off the reamer. That goes in this nice little set. Again, you can pick them up on eBay or you can buy them new. They come like that. They look like a little funny little corkscrew set, but it's good. Comes in its little box. If you're going to do any kind of restoration, pipe cleaners, another good tip for doing the charring, or mainly it's not burnt briar, it's going to be tar and smoky shit like that. Cotton bud, Americans call them something else, I can't think what they call them, Q-tips. Stick it in your mouth. Saliva is really good for getting tar and charry marks off, but these were severe cases. These pipes had been smoked into what I would say is oblivion. So what I'm probably going to do is give that stem a bit of an OxiClean. I can't find the OxiClean now. This fella's probably moved it. It's here somewhere. And then I've got some buffing compounds and stuff in there, a little buffing wheel. So you just, all I do is get my workmate, attach these to my drill, got a little adapter doodah, pop them in your drill, whack the hammer drill on high speed, that's the one I use mainly, and then use this red one is Jeweler's Rouge, I think it's called, or it's also called Tripoli buffing compound. So you can see I've used a fair bit of that. It won't work at low speeds, so you need a high speed drill or a buffing wheel. Anyway, as you can see, hands are dirty, but because I'm wearing gloves, it's a good top tip. So there you go. There's a little bit of pipe restoration for you. Catch you later.